Namaste, yoginis. And namaste to your babies. For today's session, we're gonna need a bolster or a pillow and 2 blocks. So start by placing the bolster under your sitting bones. Cross-legged position, spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed, palms are resting on your thighs facing up, closing your eyes. So when last week we dedicated our practice to connecting, this week we're taking it one step further. We are not only talking about connection, but we will ally ourselves to our babies. We are in this mutual journey where we are sharing our body for a few months. And not only are we connected, but we have the same interests. We want the same. We want happiness, we want health. So let's cultivate an alliance with our baby. One hand to our heart, the other hand to the belly. And start feeling this connection heart to heart. Start feeling this alliance. See how your breath is cultivating and strengthening this alliance between the two of you. Breathing through the nose. Long, deep breaths. Calming, soothing, relaxing. Now bring your hands to your belly and focus on your baby. Let's get to know our baby, because the fact that we haven't seen him or her doesn't mean that we don't know him or her, because they're inside us. So use other senses to get to know them. Use your breath as a vehicle for connection. Now place the hands behind you, tips of the fingers on the floor. Big inhale, open up your chest, your shoulders, and your heart. Open your energy channels. Inhale, arms high to the sky. Exhale, hands into prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, arms high to the sky. Exhale, hands into prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands into prayer in front of your heart. 2 more. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands into prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands into prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, take your arms high. And now draw a big circle with your arms. The tips of your fingers touching. Close your eyes. And imagine this circle is a bubble of energy. A bubble of light and energy that protects you and your baby. And no matter what happens outside the bubble, you guys are protected. You guys are in a bubble of love, bubble of light. So from now on, every time something gets challenging, just imagine you have this bubble protecting you. Embrace it, embody this bubble. Now bring your hands in front of you and feel the bubble above your chest, above your heart. Feel the healing, soothing light protecting you, caressing you. penetrating deep into your body. Now lower your hands down and imagine how this bubble is also surrounding your baby, your womb, protecting it, nurturing it. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling this bubble. Now take your hands to your belly and feel the effects of this healing bubble of energy into your baby. And feel how the connection with your baby is now stronger. Because you guys are protected. Once again, hands behind you. Interlace your fingers behind you, open up your chest, straighten your arms. Close your eyes. Now release your hands, relax them on your thighs, palms up. Take a few seconds here to breathe and absorb this bubble of energy we've just created. So powerful. Protecting your alliance with your baby at all times. Now straighten your legs, spread them wide, and circle your ankles to one side and then the other side, keeping your spine straight. Now grab both blocks and place them in between your legs. From here, keeping your spine straight, very gently, start bending forward until you reach your first point of resistance. Then breathe. You may walk a little further with your hands, if you can. If not, just stay where you are. If at some point when you move forward, you can rest your forehead on the blocks, please do so. If your resistance point is higher, don't worry. Just stay where you are and breathe. This posture should feel gentle, so yes, you're stretching, but it shouldn't be aggressive at all. So if you feel you're on edge, back off a little. Your breath is slow, rich, and uninterrupted. Take your time and take your breath to connect to your baby and strengthen your alliance. Feel how your stillness is nourishing the baby. Now from here, slowly walk back and move your blocks to the left. Once again, try to rest your forehead on the blocks or close to the blocks. Breathing in and breathing out. Now release this posture and move the blocks to the right. And then again, walk with your hands to the right and rest the forehead on the blocks. Deepening your breath and focusing on this connection with your baby. Release the posture, take the blocks back to center, and then walk back with your hands into a straight spine. Now place your hands behind you, tips of the fingers on the floor. Use them as lever to open up your chest and your shoulders, looking up. Counter pose, slight back bend. Breathe into it. Enjoy the stretch. Now release the posture. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Resting the knees naturally open on the sides. Now bring one block under each knee for comfort. Your spine is straight. Breathe here. Now very gently start walking towards the front and start bending forward with a straight spine. Reach your point of resistance and breathe. Once again, we're creating this opening on the hips to allow for opening in our mind and in our soul, and to allow for space for our connection to our baby. You may rest your head down, maybe resting it in between your feet, maybe not even touching, it doesn't matter. You may be on your hands or all the way down to your elbows. Breathing, letting go what you don't want, and inhaling what you need. Strength, confidence, love, determination, resilience. Start releasing the posture, very slowly walking back towards your feet, coming to a straight spine. Once again, take your hands behind you, tips of the fingers on the floor, and then open your chest. Deep breaths in and out, focusing again on your baby, your connection, your alliance. With every breath, you strengthen it. Now ever so slowly bring your knees to touch, feet on the floor. Take the blocks to the side. And now let's prepare for child's pose. Place the bolster at the front of your mat. Separate your knees wide, big toes touching. And then bend forward with a straight spine, resting the forehead on the bolster. Once you find your position, you can straighten your arms by your ears with your palms facing down. This is my favorite posture for connection. I feel so grounded, so supported, with my hips open, my belly completely neutral and resting, my chest wide open. Take some breaths here to connect to your deepest self and see what connection you have with yourself. Is it strong? Is it reliable? Releasing the posture gently. Tuck your toes under, bring your knees to touch. Rest your hands on your thighs, spine is straight. Your belly is completely neutral. We're opening the soles of our feet, with our mind and soul also being opened up by the posture. Getting rid of bad toxins, especially mental toxins. Release the posture. You can now move the bolster to the side. Come to the front of your mat. Separate your knees hip distance and sit in between your heels. Virasana. As usual here, we want our heels and our hips to touch. So check whether you're comfortable in this posture. If it's too much, you may use the bolster and place it on your calves. That gives some release, some easiness into the stretch. We don't want to force anything, especially today. So maybe this is your variation today. Resting your hands on your thighs. Breathing, connecting. Aligning. Now gently release the posture. Take the bolster to the side. Now slowly release your legs. Straighten your legs out in front of you. And then draw circles with your feet. Maybe point and flex your feet. Feeling how your bloodstream is very intense around your feet and around your knees. Maybe feeling a tingling sensation. Enjoy. Breathe. Now you can shake your legs a bit. Bring your spine straight. Flex your feet. From here, release the posture. Come to the back of your mat and fold your mat 2 or 3 times to create more padding. From here, come to kneel on the padded side of your mat. Now bring your right foot forward, so your right knee has a 90-degree angle. Now from here, place your hands on your lower back and push forward. Both hips are aligned to the front of your mat, and your hip flexors are stretching. Your thigh muscles are stretching. Your hips are opening. Breathe in and out, firmly and slowly. Now straighten your right leg, right foot is flexed. Your spine is straight, and with your hands, you're framing your right leg. Walking forward, but keeping your spine straight and your hips aligned to the front of your mat. Now grab the bolster and place it next to your right leg on the inner part of your leg, pressing against your chest, so your chest is supported with your bolster. Breathe here. Take your last breath in the posture and release. Take the bolster to the side. Come back to all fours. Take a breath here. Neutral spine. Now let's do the other side. So left foot forward, 90-degree angle on your left knee. Take your hands to your lower back, push forward, aligning your hips to the front of your mat and allowing the opening on your hips, your hip flexors, and your thigh muscles. Breathe as slow and as deep as you can. Now straighten your left leg, hands down, left foot is flexed. Hands are framing your front leg, spine is straight, hips are still aligned to the front of your mat. Grab the bolster, place it next to your leg, and then support your chest here. So your chest is pressing down into the bolster. Don't forget your breath, the most important part of your practice, especially today. Feel the effects of the stretch. Is it distracting you? If it does, go back to your breath. Now slowly release the posture. Come back to all fours, neutral spine. Look down. And let's prepare for some cat-cow stretching. So when we inhale, we arch back, looking up, belly down, tailbone up. When we exhale, we round our spine down, keeping our belly neutral. Stretching our shoulders, tailbone down. At your own pace, inhale, arch back, look up. Exhale, round down like an angry cat. So we've done this stretch before. I'm gonna leave you in silence for you to enjoy the sound of your breath. Make it sound loud, breathing in and out through your nose. After your next exhalation, come to a neutral spine. Now separate your knees wide. Sit in between your heels. Place the bolster in front of you and take child's pose with your forehead supported by the bolster. This time, place your left ear on the bolster and look right. Your arms are resting by the bolster. If you want more support, you can take the blocks and place them under the bolster, so that brings the bolster higher and it allows your spine to be parallel to the floor. It gives more space to your belly. It's a more restorative version of the child's pose. So up to you, just decide whatever feels better for you today. Resting your left ear on the bolster, looking to the right, allowing also a stretch on your neck. Go back to your breath. This is a restorative posture where you can totally focus on the effects of your breath in your body. Now come to a neutral head and then change sides, so right ear on the bolster or the pillow. And then again, stretching the other side of your neck. Enjoy this restorative posture in silence. Now very slowly release the posture. Take the bolster outside and take the blocks also to the side. You can unfold your mat and bring it close to the wall. Now take the blocks and place them in front of your mat, next to the outer edge of the mat. Separated hip distance. Your feet are also separated hip distance, and if you can, your palms are resting on the blocks, keeping your spine straight. If this is too difficult, you may place the blocks vertically to give you more space. And now let's prepare for half moon pose. So take your right leg up high, 90 degrees, flex your foot. With your left hand pressing down, open your hips to the right and take your right hand up high to the sky. Now as your left foot is close to the wall, you may rest your body on the wall looking up. Your block and the wall are supporting you into good alignment. Your hips are open, your legs are straight. If you fall, don't worry, just go back into the posture. Exhale, both hands down, right foot down. Breathe, and this time fold forward, rounding your spine down a little. Relaxing your head down. Now let's take the blocks to the other side of the mat, so we still have the wall to support us. Both hands down, spine is straight. Breathing in, breathing out. Now preparing for half moon. Take your left leg up high, left arm high to the sky, left palm up, looking up. Your right hand is pressing down towards the block. Both arms are straight, both legs are straight. Your left foot is completely flexed. You are supported by the wall. Enjoy. Exhale, both hands down, both legs down. Now straighten your spine here, and then let your head fall like a heavy weight, rounding your spine a little. Your legs are straight. Now from here, come into downward facing dog. Take some breaths here to adjust into the posture. Breathing in, breathing out, maybe bend one knee, then the other knee, one heel up, the other heel down. Do whatever you need to do to open up to the posture. Connect to yourself and to your baby. It's a positive, strong connection. Now bend your knees, place them on the floor, relax your feet. Sit on the mat, close to the wall, and grab the bolster. You're sitting with your hip touching the wall, whichever side you want. The bolster is either on the mat or right outside the edge of the mat, horizontal, parallel to the wall. Now when you're glued to the wall, you may turn and take your legs up high, resting the back on the floor and your head on the bolster. Feet are separated hip distance. Legs are completely relaxed. Your arms are by your sides, completely relaxed. So getting into the relaxation part of the practice, it's our time to reconnect with our breath. Slowing it down, allowing it to be as soothing and as calming as possible. And today we bring this special note of connection to our breath, connection to ourself, connection with the present, and to our baby. Now bring the soles of your feet to touch, also resting on the wall. And experience this opening on your hips. Place your hands on your belly and focus on this connection to your baby. Now we're resting, so now you have space, energy to focus on him or her. What's going on in there? Now take a happy baby pose, soles of your feet facing the sky, grabbing your feet from the outsides, pressing your feet down so your knees are wide open. Your whole back is relaxed on the floor. Now release the posture. Turn to lay on the mat on your left side onto fetal position. Grab a block and place it at the front of the mat for your head to rest. Grab the bolster and place it in between your knees. So if you've been following our series, you know that fetal position is our TLC moment, tender loving care. Today, we're adding the variable of very strong connection to ourselves and to our baby, which means mindfulness, consciousness of where we are today, consciousness of motherhood, of what's ahead, and our role in it. A very strong, positive connection, a very strong alliance with our baby. Now you can stay here for as long as you want, or if you're ready to move on, just join me in sitting position with your legs crossed. If you're still next to the wall, you can rest your spine against the wall. You may sit on the bolster to allow your spine to be straighter. Shoulders are relaxed. Now rub your hands together and create some heat. Place your hands on your belly and give this heat, this healing energy to your baby. Let the baby know you're here. Now again, rub your hands together, creating heat, creating beautiful healing energy. And now bring one hand to your heart, the other hand to your belly. This energy is for your connection to your baby. Make it strong, make it pure, make it undestructible. Again, rub your hands together, creating healing energy, and bring your hands to your face, covering your face and gently massaging your facial muscles. Now bring your hands into prayer in front of your chest and thank yourself for this beautiful alliance practice. Namaste.